Hi, I'm Kristen Bell, and if you know my husband Dax, then you also know he loves shopping for a car. Selling a car? Not so much.
We're really doing this, huh?
Thankfully, Carvana makes it easy. Answer a few questions, put in your VIN or license, and done. We sold ours in minutes this morning, and they'll come pick it up and pay us this afternoon.
Bye-bye, truckie.
Of course, we kept the favorite.
Hello, other truckie.
Sell your car with Carvana today. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Hashtag no music, no intro. We are back. Saints Block Party Podcast coming at you. Adam joined with my guy, Ryan, a.k.a. Wolf. Already shout out to our dude, Michael Morgan in the chat. Jesus. With the $1.99 super chat.
Thank you, Mike.
The cleaners came today and opening this goddamn beverage. Fucking mess on the table already. All right. Gonna be one type of those nights. We're back previewing. Our goal tonight is to talk about preview. I use the word preview lightly. Previewing the upcoming game on Sunday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, noon time Sunday, with the Saints and the Jags, preseason game 2. But there is a lot of things that we need to. Yeah, a buzzball, Pammy. It was in the fridge. It was a leftover.
Buzzballs, baby.
Listen, the funny thing is the two people who are commenting are not Patreons. They're not YouTube members. So unless you're adding some monetary digits,
listen, ain't nothing wrong with no buzzball, bro.
Patreon.com/Saints Block Party.
I could see if you was drinking like Mad Dog 2020 or something like that. Damn, that is like, damn, bro. Are you okay?
Okay. The backstory is Jay had a girls' weekend this past weekend, where the Chargers Saints weekend, girls from San Diego met up. Came up, and she had some leftover buzz balls from the weekend. She don't drink like that, and I'm saying. I'm not letting them go. I'm not letting them go to waste. And so,
hell no.
Shit. So here we are. Pammy said, "Adam, don't call us out like that, Ninja." I'm just saying. I'm just reciprocating. That's all I'm doing. Like, is it a buzzball? Yes, but I'm also saying that cut waters aren't cheap. That's all. That's all I'm doing. Anyway. But before we talk about, I use the word preview lightly. It's really speaking about things we want to see in this upcoming game. We have a lot to talk about in terms of injuries. I do want to kind of go back and revisit a little bit of the Chargers game after digesting it a little bit, taking a little more look at the tape, having a quick conversation about that before we talk about this Jazz game. And the Saints have a joint practice with the Rams tomorrow in Carson, California, 11 a.m. Pacific time. It is closed to the fans. And the reason why it's closed, and even if it wasn't, I don't think it would be open anyway, but the reason why it's closed is that the Rams are hosting the joint practice, and the Rams have already essentially closed all their practices to fans. Now, if the Saints were hosting it, would it be open to the fans at that point? No, but so it doesn't really matter. But yes, we still do. I love our non-Patreon members, to be fair. I just
love y'all.
Love all y'all.
Hit that like and subscribe.
Subscribe while you're here.
If you ain't gonna be a patron, at least like and subscribe.
Please, at the very least. But the big story right now, well, the really big story is the quarterback battle and where Shough is. We'll get into that. But the bigger picture right now is kind of the injuries right now where this team is. The team, Kellen Moore has ran a very efficient, not physical training camp, but physical, a lot of work, like you said, like a lot of plays, 126 scrimmage, and then like a 66 play scrimmage. The players have gotten a lot of work in. But it's just football. Football just happens. And so you have seen, since that preseason game against the Chargers, and we talked about it in the recap, but Will Clapp, who they signed in free agency to bring back additional depth, kind of to back up Eric McCoy because he gets injured, gone for the season.
Gone.
But Means, who I was told was probably not going to make the 53-man roster in terms of just what he had shown in training camp.
800-yard receiver? No.
Listen, don't like young players getting hurt.
No, not at all.
On season-ending IR. He's gone.
Damn.
Trevor Penning, who had made a transition from left tackle, then the right tackle, then the left guard, had shown some bright spots in the game against the Chargers, especially in the run game. Looked like that maybe it was a small sample size, but looked like he had found a home at left guard. Potentially, as reported by Nick Underhill of New Orleans.football, potential turf toe injury, potentially going to miss 4 to 6 weeks. So you slide in Dylan Reins at left guard. The crazy thing is, from the Saints' perspective, and I want to give a shout out to our dude TJ who made this analogy in our Discord this morning. Like the Saints probably totality, and Alontae Taylor has a groin injury that flared up that happened last Friday. That's the reason why he didn't play in the preseason game. TJ said in the Discord, like the Saints probably as a whole, injury wise, like it's okay compared to the rest of the league. But when you have a team already razor thin in terms of depth, then that's when things get super, super dicey. And your left guard, it's 50-50 if he may make it to if he gonna be available week 1, and then the free agency pickup that you had, he is awful, and then your guard that you drafted 2 years ago already on IR and Salsa Verde, so it's already rearing its head, and week 1 hasn't come here yet.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, that's just the league, man. Like, guys get hurt, It just sucks for us because not only is it depth getting hurt, but even players we're depending on is getting hurt.
There it is. Yep.
And it hurts even more for us because, like, the players we depending on aren't super talented. But it's like, that's all we got. Like, you know what I'm saying?
like Trevor Penning getting hurt for like most teams is like, oh, okay. But for us, it's like, oh my God, Penning's out 4 to 6 weeks.
Hell,
Trevor?
And I'm sure like a non-Saints fan looking at the news, they're just like, you know what I'm saying? Just doesn't even register to them. But we're like, oh no. Because that's all we got, bro. We ain't got much.
Because but the reason why it's so impactful for the Saints because if it's not Trevor, you got Dylan Reins out there. Oh my,
right? Like think about it. If Trevor Penning is not considered like a top level, not even an average starter, think about how far the drop off is after that. Like if we're upset about just an average losing an average player, that means the next level is like. Just terrible.
Hell, bro.
Hell, bro.
I've been saying it, bro. I want to see Shipkins # not a simp in there at left guard, bro. Like I want to see him, bro.
Look, you just get in there, bro. That boy was out there playing his butt off. Just get out there and fight.
And start recruiting sellers for next year, nigga. Be the inside man like Denzel, nigga.
Real. Saying.
It's like you said, it's unfortunate, and it seemed like his demeanor had improved a little bit today, but like I was watching that Kellen Moore presser yesterday. Kellen, man, that shit felt like felt down, bro. A little downtrodden,
defeated, like
the walls is closing in a little bit, bro.
Hey, man. I mean, he hadn't really, like you say, like he hadn't really dealt with plenty of injuries so far this season. So, he probably find out about Trevor Penning. Penning playing good. You start to feel hopeful for the offensive line, and boom, then Will Clapp out. Boom. It's like you can't help but just feel like damn, shit. And then you start realizing, like, man, we really suck.
Oh no!
Suck, huh? Oh no, we suck again. Because maybe there's a part of him that like he knew we sucked, but then like maybe there's a part of him that just kind of started believing like, man, maybe we could. But then you kind of realize after the preseason game, it's like, nah, we really suck.
It probably was maybe like a combination of the preseason game and then the injuries. Like I think
the injuries, yeah.
I think that probably is like just the fucking parsley on top of it. Is like, damn, bro, like I got a fighter's chance, with the healthy team. But if I got to start Dylan at left guard against the Cardinals with the potential rookie quarterback week 1 that doesn't like pressure. He doing that McNulty fucking gift, bro. He just upset at the computer where he just upset. Giovanni said, "Have you seen the recent interview with Up and Kate Adams?" Absolutely not.
I was
no.
Nothing newsworthy.
She literally has been blocked since her little cutesy comment about quarterbacks.
No, I threw it up on her yesterday.
Mine reset blocked. Yeah. And he's a fellow milk enthusiast too. So I'll say this. Again, referencing what TJ said. It's just like the Saints injuries they're not a lot, but for them it's impactful. Like 4 to 6 weeks, it's like, okay, he might like Trevor might miss, and I'm not saying putting this out there because I don't know. Maybe like the first 2 weeks. First 2 weeks.
Then it's a turf toe, which is like one of those,
and that lingers.
You're just never right. You're just never right with a turf toe.
And he's dealt with so many foot injuries in his career already.
Yep.
That's something. It does, and that's something. If I was them, and I'm sure they already have. They signed somebody from the UFL offensive lineman, Mike something. But cut down day, like I know, like as all NFL teams, like every NFL team is looking for offensive line depth. Every single one of them.
Yes. I mean, trust me, that's all they're doing, man. It's just hard to find. Just not even good offensive line, but just like playable offensive linemen that I could put out there and actually play. It's so hard to find, bro.
Someone asked what No Cap, No Filter Saints asked what Andrews Pete doing. Andrews Pete in Pittsburgh, bro.
Yeah, man, he just got signed to Pittsburgh like last week. I was like, damn, we couldn't get. He ain't gone, bro. You couldn't. Pete moved on from that. I'm good.
Good for him. Good. That's growth. That's growth. He said, I'm not going to be in another toxic relationship again.
I'm good.
Growth. So that's the injury front. And then touching on kind of just revisiting the preseason game against the Chargers a little bit. I think again, I was there and I think you hit on it really well. really just felt like, and just this going back, looking at the all 20, you watch the all 22, has been broken down numerous, but I think you kind of hit on the head ad nauseum of it felt like the mentalities of everything we had heard regarding like Rattler in training camp and practices, decisiveness and all that, and Shough in terms of his indecisiveness, not letting the ball loose. When the game was played, it was like they Freaky Friday, bruh. Like they switched brains. It just flopped.
It was so weird. It was so weird. Like, what have I been saying about Spencer this whole time? That I don't give up.
Yep.
No F's given. He gonna sling that thing. Good or bad, he gonna sling it. Where was that guy? Like, it was unbelievable. There were at least 3 plays in that game when I went back and watched the all 22 where the throat was right there. It was there. And he just didn't pull a trigger. And I was like, damn, that's weird, man. That was just weird to see. We could play psychologist all we want and try to figure out, was he pressing? Well, whatever. I don't know. But it was just surprising to me to see him play like that, But other than that, he didn't play bad. Like I saw a lot of people like, man, Spencer played horrible. He didn't play bad. It just was very, very safe. Some things didn't go his way. I thought he still played smart. Like even like the sack he took. I forgot which part of the game was it, but he took a sack. Nobody was open. Like, so a lot of times people are like, oh, why he's taking sacks again like you did last year? Literally nobody's open. So going back and watch cleared things up for me a little bit, but you could definitely see like it was a rough game for old Spence. I know that wasn't the game he wanted to put on tape for sure.
And with this quarterback competition, conversely, Shough went out there and he let it fly. He let it fly and he showcased his arm. And at this point, the momentum for him, at this point, I would be surprised if he wasn't starting week 1 against the Cardinals.
Really? You think he's going to start?
I think he's going to start, bro. I really think it's that point.
Starting to feel like that, huh?
It's just the momentum's being built. I don't want to touch on because it's funny because I was told something this week in regards to the play calling, and then literally maybe an hour later there was a video that Chris Sims echoed it identically, that the play calling for Rattler in the game and Shough in the game was distinctively different. And it felt that way watching. I was there and it felt that way too. I was like,
and I've seen multiple people say it too. Just people that's just watching, damn, it just seemed like they was calling that shit for Shough. They was calling it.
But to that, backing it up, I will say there were opportunities in the game when Rattler was starting that there were the right plays that were called that he didn't pull the trigger. And in a competition like this, when you are the underdog, when you have someone who is expected to win, who's a rookie, it's a 40th overall pick, you that margin is so narrow. There can't be games like he played on Sunday. And I said, ultimately for the team, and I don't want to make this sound like it's a negative for Shough, because it's not, because he's what we've seen for the last 2.5 weeks, the momentum for Shough and the progress for him has been tremendous, because it was to the point where I was like, bro, I don't know if he's going to be able to start at all this season. It was that rough. The training
literally a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, I was like, can they even put him in the preseason game? It was that bad. It was that bad. When they first started the padded practices, it was jarring. Man, he looked bad. It was like, whoa. Did they really goof here? But it just goes to show how you just got to kind of ride the rookie quarterback roller coaster out. Jackson Dart, his first throw was a pick 6 in camp. it's just just a roller coaster with
the
the
rookie
guys,
quarterback life, bro.
It's just a rookie quarterback life. Now, how high can he take it? We'll see. But it's been good to at least see him kind of turn the corner,
Yes,
stack positive days. And it is just fascinating how that game went, though, because like Rattler, he's thrown like an interception pretty much every day at camp. He'll be like the last pass, he'll throw an interception. Yep. So maybe just playing psychologist, he was like, man, let me not throw an interception. Like, let me play it safe.
Yep.
Well, the flip side for Shough, it was like, bro, go out there and rip it. Like, you stop being hesitant. Go ahead. And he's the one that ended up shining.
Yep.
Because he went out there and ripped it. Even though he threw a pick six. Whereas Bradley's probably thinking, man, I could do anything, but just don't throw an interception. You know?
Yep.
So it's just interesting just how that played out.
Like, the other thing of it, too, is like, last year, a big thing of his was the turnovers, too. So like it was also like that. I would say, again, playing the psychologist, but like that carryover from last year, as well. I am going to be very fascinated to see how the snap distribution is tomorrow with the joint practice with the Rams. I'm expecting. This is not from anything that I'm told. This is just a hunch. I would probably lean that Shough is probably going to get more of the snaps with the ones in the joint practices with the Rams. That's just a guess.
I got a feeling for that too. It's going to be interesting though, because I think they already said like the ones will probably get like 60% of the snaps tomorrow. But that'll affect how they approach the preseason game against the Jags. Mm-hmm. So you'll probably see more 2s and 3s in the Jags game. So it's going to be interesting to see how they distribute that. I would, like, part of me, the selfish part of me, I want to see more Shough in the preseason game. Because I can see it. Like, I want to watch the game. I don't have to read the reports. But on the flip side, it would be good work for him to get work against that team, that defense. Oh, man.
Like,
that's some good work.
And you're going to get Kevin Banks going against Jared Verse.
Like, I want to see that. Can I get a clip? Just one clip?
I mean, we saw what Amon-Ra St. Brown did to some poor Dolphins defender today in their joint practice, bro.
Nah, bro. Something going on. Going on in Miami, bro.
Something stank, bro.
I was watching them clips, and them dudes look like they quit. Like, I don't know what's happening up there, because that was just nasty. And then the reports coming out like, this is the worst beat down I've ever seen in a practice. Like, what? We talking about practice?
Practice. Like at some point, like you have some manhood in your words. You gotta like stand up. Like, I ain't going to embarrass me like this. Do you think ultimately as it plays out? Do you think ultimately, and I know I asked you this after the Chargers game, do you think Shough is going to be starting come week 1 against the Cardinals?
Oh, man. It's so hard. It's so hard, bro. I'm still going to say they start Rattler, bro.
Interesting.
But my confidence in saying that is growing weaker and weaker by the day. You know,
I don't.
Let me see how this week play out. Let me see how this week and the game play out before I can make that statement.
Dante said the coach been talking to the media like he wants to die. Save that black man, please.
Didn't he say something like that? Like,
yes.
That ain't bad. Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
No, he was talking about, like, I don't know, like a good morning, and like, every day's a good morning because every day you're closer to death.
You're closer to death. I'm like, whoa. That boy.
That man fed up.
Fed up. Man.
I'm trying to think, anything else? Someone asked, Alfred asked, do you think this week is going to be the determining factor of who the quarterback is? One question I would just be fascinated to ask, Kellen, is if there was a percentage pie, how much do the practices that the coaches have seen weigh in terms of the percentage of their evaluation compared to what happens in the preseason, the games, and joint practices?
Yeah, no. That'll be interesting.
I would legit ask it like in a very like similar way, and because I would just be curious like how much of like what have you seen in training camp practices from the time it started, from the time it started to the time it ended, like how much of that is in the evaluation is factors into the process versus how much of it is what you see in the preseason games. Because like both of them matter. Like I don't want to like they're both important pieces of it. Because I'd be fascinated to know like which one, like what the percentages is of both.
Yeah, man. Like especially like you would think the scrimmages and stuff like that hold a greater weight.
You think so?
I don't know how this is gonna play out, bro. I really don't know. I do think that they will drag this thing out as long as they need to make sure Shough wins it. If I'm saying that right, if he's like building and keeps stacking days, which he's doing,
100%.
They won't make the decision until he like, okay, he wins it. Whereas with Rattler, I think they kind of know where they are with him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I think we know they want to get Shough in there. They want to get Shough in there. I just don't know if they want to throw him out week 1, but I think they do. And Kellen said something today on that Key Adams. He was basically like, when we make the decision on a quarterback, like that's it. Like that's the decision, and we rallying behind that quarterback, and it's full go. When we make that decision, and he said he's not in a rush to make that decision. Like if it takes up to the 3rd preseason game, then that's what it is. So I just like, interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Very interesting. Okay, so when we come back from our break, after listening to our dude, Precious Works, our dude, Bajan, we are going to talk about things we want to see. It's going to be interesting because we don't know, because they're doing the scrimmage against the Rams tomorrow, how this preseason game on Sunday is going to go, like how many starters may actually play, because they may use tomorrow as like they might treat tomorrow as a second preseason game instead of the Jags. But we'll talk about that after we come from our break. We'll be back right after this message.
What if everything you've been taught about happiness is wrong? We chase careers, approval, more stuff, hoping it'll finally make us feel fulfilled, but it never sticks. What if happiness isn't out there, but already inside you, just waiting to be unlocked? Discover the book, The Happiness Experiment. Every person has a unique happiness type, and when you understand yours, everything shifts. You'll stop chasing and start creating joy on your own terms. Discover your happiness type with a free happiness type assessment. Go to myhappinnesstype.com. That's myhappinnesstype.com. It takes just a minute and it might change your life. Then grab your copy of The Happiness Experiment at Books A Million. This isn't just a book, it's a practical framework, a journey inward. It's a tool to help you reconnect with the happiness that's been waiting inside you all along. Pick up The Happiness Experiment and start your happiness experiment today.
Yo, what up, Wolf? What are you looking at?
Man, I'm checking out this website. This site is cheeks, bro.
In 2025? How do you have a crappy website? Couldn't be me.
They need to hit up our guy Bijan with Precious Works. Precious Works offers to not only build you a website that's tailored to you and your customers' needs, but also to continue to manage and maintain it so you can focus on your business. Don't have much time? Precious Works is just what you need. No out-of-the-box stuff like Squarespace or Wix. Precious Works will create a site for you. You won't have to worry about plugin updates, security, or things like that because Precious Works will maintain all of that. and be available to you 24/7. Bijan set up Saints Block Party Podcast website for us a few years ago and hit it out the park. He also keeps it up to date and helps us anytime we want to add something new like a form or the prospect matching tool that we did for the NFL draft. It's like having your own personal developer just a text or a call away. Precious Works has worked with everyone from small businesses to large firms, so no job is too big or too small. If you're in the need of a website or you currently have one, but you want to upgrade it, give Bijan a holler at Precious Works. You can get with him at Bijan at Precious Works, BIJON at precious.works, or go to precious.works for his website. Make sure to tell him Saints Block Party sent you.
We are back. Alfred said Kendre's still not on the injury list. Let's throw something on the grill.
Hey, man. Let's go.
Listen,
Man
real.
of the week, man. That's real progress. Real progress.
That is not being facetious. That is real. Real. So we're going to, I guess, talk about this Jags game expecting starters to play, but I'm going to add the caveat that with them practicing a joint practice against the Rams tomorrow morning at 1 p.m. Central Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, that they may treat that as their actual second preseason game, and they may set a lot of players for the Jags game. But what are some things that, for the Jags game, regardless of whoever potentially may be playing, even if a lot of the starters don't play, that you're hoping to see when they take the field on Sunday?
Do you know if is Olave back yet, or he's still nursing that ankle?
Think from the he's been back. He's been back.
Okay. I mean, I guess I want to see more from like a lot of the depth players. Fazil Diggs. I mean, he flashed a lot against the Chargers. A lot. Jaheim Davis, I thought he's been out. Davis, I would like to see him come back and get some snaps because I want to see how he looks. Chris Rumpf flashed a lot. Brian Brzee, bro, rewatch. I didn't even pay attention to him when I watched the game live, but going back and watch, very disruptive, and the limited snaps that he got made an impact too. So I don't know if he'll play in this game, but that was good to see, and it'll be good to see him going against the Jaguars. That's on the defensive side. Offensively, obviously, whatever quarterback gets some play, I want to see. I'm not trying to see I ain't trying to see no 3/4 of Jake Hayner. What happened?
Someone said our defense will be top 7. In what?
Top 7?
In what?
Top 7? In yards? Oh. 7 is asking a lot. Top 7 is asking a lot. Top 7 asking a lot. I mean, I was like 17. Top 17, baby.
Bro, if they were top 17, Wolf, I would be ecstatic, bro. Ecstatic, bro. Cozy, not cozy, asks, how y'all feel about trading for Mechie and John Mechie from the Texans? Listen, here's where I have come on. This is my stance on trading for players. I used to have this argument with my friend about this, and I think ultimately they're right. The Saints shouldn't be really making calls their draft pick next year in 2026 is probably going to fall anywhere from 1 to 5. Let's say 1 to 6, but more than likely it's going to be 1 to 5, potentially. And I'm not saying that, and I'm saying that realistically. I'm not trying to be pessimistic. I'm not trying to be negative. That's just realistic. It's just what the facts are presented. With that said, I'm not calling any team right now offering any pick. And if I was, it would have to be like a 5th. If I were to call the Texans, I'd be like, y'all got Y'all got Nico Collins. Y'all got Christian Kirk. Like, I was listening to, I think it was 40s in free agency with Greg Rosenthal, our dude Greg, and Darren Jeremiah. And I was like, man, the Jags really was just about to cut Christian Kirk. And here come the Texans, just division rival. And just
division rival.
just up, bro. So they got Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, and then they double dipped and drafted Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel. Tank Dell's injured. Got John Mechie. So if I were to call a team, and this is not just for Mechie, this is like any player. That pick is 5th, 6th, and 7th, and probably have the word conditional in front of it. Yep. That's it. Anything other than that, it's waiver wire. I'm claiming a player on the waiver wire because I am not giving up these draft picks. It's going to be a high draft pick. I'm not giving up a 4th for John Mechie. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. But like a
high draft pick, bro.
A 5th? Yeah, because if they're going to cut him,
right?
Yeah, I would give up a 5th for John Mechie. But like, this is something I've seen a lot, especially like in our Discord, but just a lot in general. Like, people are like, oh, like, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just like people, like, I think the reality is setting in of just like, this is what the team is. Like, there is no Hail Mary trade that is coming to save this team right now. Like,
none. There are none. This is where the team is. Like, there was that graphic floating around the other day of like each team's greatest asset, which they, was like the player, like your greatest asset player that you could trade. For the Saints, it was their first round draft pick. That's the greatest asset because that's potentially a number 1 overall pick. You know what I'm saying? Or top 3. So like that's where it's at right now, bro. Like, it's just not a great team right now, man. Doesn't mean they're going to be the worst team in the NFL. They might not be. And I was just saying on the other podcast I was on earlier, the End Zone podcast, it's not a terrible roster because they were saying the same thing. It's like, man, when I look at the roster, it's like, you can see some things in there. Yeah. It's just a lot of middle class. There's no top 5 or top 10 players on that roster. Maybe Alvin Kamara, if you still view him as a top 10 running back. I do. But it's just not much outside of that. And so they need to get more of that. And it's going to take drafting that to get that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to have to get it in the draft. But people are like, well, go sign so-and-so. When you say go sign so-and-so, you're talking about a free agent. The word free in that means that person has free will, free choice. You know what I'm saying?
People be making free agents sound like they just slaves, bro. Just out there.
Just go pay him. Just go get him. It's like, that man got a choice. Man got a choice. And we saw that play out this offseason. They went after like 3 or 4 players that they wanted, coveted it. And they couldn't get them.
You got to draft. Like, you literally have to draft them. That's the only way that you have to draft them. Or if other teams cut potential, like if their team is so stacked and they can't keep everyone because your team is bad in terms of the waiver wire, you may have an opportunity to claim them.
Exactly.
That's it. Anyhow, sorry that went on that quick tangent. You were talking about
things to look at. Yeah, offensively, oh my God, man. Like, can somebody step up? Like, somebody shine? Somebody? I will say this, bro. Watching Dante Pettis, if you squint hard enough, you can be like, this guy could be a chain mover for us. He could be that kind of chain mover, catch 7 passes a game, not flashy, not exciting. Cedric Wilson, he's making the team. Like, he's going to make the team. Tight end, I just want somebody like Moscato. Like, bro, do something for me, bro. Do something. I need some weapon to step up. Tipton, I love Tipton, but he's not very multi-dimensional.
No.
Like, there's one play, I know he had the big, beautiful touchdown. That was great. But there was one play, I think it was with Rattler. when Rattler was in him, and it was like a comeback. And the defender, when Tipton tried to come back to the ball, the defender kind of yanked the back of his jersey, and it caused him not to catch the ball. It's just like, he just gets out physical real easily. That's the only thing with Tipton. I just need some kind of razzle dazzle, bro. I'm so sick of watching other teams preseason, bro. And it's like I'm watching the Bears. They got a little 7th round running back, just looks amazing. I'm like, who is this? Look it up, 7th round. It's like we couldn't find none of that.
Devin Neal got
Devin Neal. Got Big Back Neal, man. Big Back Neal, and he hurt.
Devin Neal's got us, bro.
I'm sick of this.
And someone, I think you said it. I was talking to like kind of Cody Alexander. I do Cody about it, and Kellen gonna have to be creative, bro. Like it's going to test his coaching acumen to the extreme, bro.
I tweeted that the other day. Like he is going to have to scheme the shit out of this offense. And people are like, oh, well, every offense has to scheme. No. Like he's going to move the ball. It's going to have to be, he's going to have to win schematically because they just don't have the players that'll go out there and actually win. You know what I'm saying? They're just going to beat a guy. They got Rashid Shaheed and Chris Olave, and Elvin Kamara gets a linebacker. That's about it.
That's it, bro. That's it, Wolf. That's it.
Juwan Johnson? No. Like, Juwan Johnson ain't beat nobody. He's a player you got to scheme open. Everybody else, you're going to have to scheme it up. Bunch formations, rug routes, mesh routes, all that stuff. You're going to have to pull out everything. Use a lot of that RPO game, get guys' eyes moving. I think Ross Jackson tweeted something where the Saints were like 5th in motion usage in that preseason game, which was interesting because
Kellen, not a Kellen Moore
not a big motion guy. So that's something he's started to implement more into his game. He's going to have to because they're going to have to trick defenses, man. Like they're going to have. That's the only way it's going to work.
It's going to be, and I think something obviously, Shough in the run game.
Yeah.
Or whoever starts, but I would be surprised at this point if it's not Shough.
That's what I want to see. If Shough gets some play in this preseason game, I want to see him break them legs out, bro.
I'm good.
I want to see it, bro. I want to see it.
It would be the absolute worst and most Saints fucking shit ever, bro. Shough like scrambling, bro, and blah 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 blah, breaking
Don't say it.
collarbone, bro.
Don't
like
say it.
That's what I don't need to see it, Wolf. Save it for the regular season. Do not need to see it, bro.
Was it Kevin or was that Chris that posted that picture of
it was Chris.
Shough
It was Chris.
Shough on the stretcher.
No, it was good. The gums up, bro.
The guns up. I was like, why would you post that shit?
I don't need to see it. I'm good.
I want to see it, bro. I want to see my boy bust one open.
TC said if Kellen Schemes makes miracles with this offense, bro's going to be on a Hall of Fame trajectory. Listen, the identity of this team, and that's why the Penning injury is so impactful, especially because of who his replacement is. Because the scheme of the identity of this team, again, I was texting Cody, having some contacts in your phone, especially like someone like Cody, who is like the most sicko ball nover I've ever met in my entire life. And I have some sick ball novers in my phone. But Cody, because he's a coach, like his level of, like, he was just saying like Kellen he's going to want to run the hell out of the football, run crosses, run play action, like, which is not like, it's a simple concept. Right. But when your left guard gets hurt and then his backup is not going to, like, his backup is who he is, that just kind of throws the whole plan off, right? So then it's like, what do you do? Because it becomes like the formula. Like if everyone in the league knows, like, okay, like this team wants to run the football, we take that element out of their game. Kind of like what the Chiefs did against the Eagles in the Super Bowl. Well, Jalen Hurts just threw and won with his arm, right?
All right.
A lot of the counter to that potentially, if the run game is not working in the game, is like, can this quarterback drafted at 4th overall, can this rookie do that with who has good weapons out wide? But other than that, there's a part of me that's excited and fascinated to see how it plays out, because it's brand new territory for us.
Man.
Brand new. All brand new.
That's the best part about it.
And I do think we'll see what happens. But when these cuts happen and the waiver wire and claims, I do think I still stand by it. I think those going to be potentially like 3 to 4 new. I'm sure like a gambling sicko. Like if you say like the over under is like 3.5, I feel like it's a good line in terms of how many players potentially will be claimed by the Saints when cut day happens. I would probably say the over. I think you may get 4 new players claimed. Like they will claim potentially 4 new players around the league come cut day. I can see it, bro.
I can see it, man. You'll have to sit down and do a 53 prediction one of these days just to see where the roster at. And look, I mean, I think you can carry 17 on the practice squad now. So,
damn, that's a big practice squad.
Yeah, big practice squads now. So you're going to see a lot of vets. They carry vets on the practice squad too. So you're going to see a lot of vets on there. Yeah, bro. Like, this the team, man. It's just fascinating to see how Kellen is going to work this out. He going to make this thing work. Because that was the thing I came away most with rewatching the Chargers game. It's like, man, this like we beat the horse to death about weapons, but I think it's worse than I thought. Like it's really bad.
It's bad, Wolf.
Like even then, bro. Even when I was complaining during the draft, in my mind I was like, well, Bub Memes could be like a 450-yard wide receiver. You know, maybe we could tip in. Thinking of stuff like that. None of that, bro.
And like, it's weird. Like, there is so much reliance that they're putting on Brandon Cooks that I feel like it's unfair to him.
I don't Brandon Cooks, man. Like, damn. Cooks on his way out, man. Like, Cooks was over there hugging Breeze yesterday. Like, damn, Cooks been around a long time, huh? Like, Breeze been retired 5 years.
Cooks was drafted in 2014. Shit, that was 11 years. Oh my God, 11 years ago?
11 years ago. Cook's been around a minute, bro. So, like how much y'all want to put on him? You know what I'm saying?
Jack Hunter said, hopefully the O-line looks better with Eric McCoy, but the OG is iffy as heck. Yeah. Like that's the worry I said. Like I tweeted today. I was like, man, Shough starting against the Cardinals, and you got potentially like Reins and Reins at the guards. Just
Reins, boy, oh my God, and he's just somebody like you just kind of stuck with him, and I was like,
he is who he is. Bro, I was so mad when I saw that fucking picture of him smiling with the rest, like the actual dog in the O line. This nigga up here just glistening, bro. I was like, what this nigga smiling for? Why? Why
are you happy? Why are you happy?
That be hot. But there's a part of me that has like excitement. I'm excited that football started, but there's a part of me that's like so curiously excited about this season of just seeing how it's going to play out. Like just legitimately seeing like how it's going to play out because it's going to be fascinating.
And against the Jags, man, hopefully I see more Travis Hunter. Whether they pay him at wide receiver or DB or whatever. Who else they got over there?
I would. We said we'd do like a episode potentially of like players, but I don't think we'd be able to do it. But I keep my eye out on Travis Etienne. I haven't heard anything, but just be interested to see if he potentially would be gettable.
Yeah, he's getting pushed down a little bit, so like that's somebody I would like conditional 7th round pick, on August 26th. Just like flip a little something, send him over here. Out the division,
Yeah, out the division. I want to. I almost said this, and I want to say it like in sincerity, like this is not joking, but I would like, can we see more of the young wide receivers? Like,
yeah,
I would like to, like Mason Tipton had that great 54-yard touchdown. That stop and go was a great route, but we gonna need every little bit come this.
Give me some Marcus Yarns. Give me some. Can't think of nobody else. That's it. Didn't they just sign? Yeah, they just signed. What's that dude name? Jordan. He played at Wake Forest, I think.
Wake Forest?
No, it wasn't Wake Forest. They just signed a guy. I don't know.
SMU?
SMU, yeah, the SMU.
Yeah, it was like, was it Roderick? Something. I was watching his highlights yesterday.
Yeah,
yesterday because
I called him like a poor man's Velus Jones. Like just
that's a great analogy for him.
Which is like, how can you be a poor man, Velus Jones?
Great analogy for him too, though. Fantastic analogy for him.
Hey, see what you got there, shit.
Please,
he's young. God damn it, we trying to find something.
I want to see more of. I think someone who I've been a little hard on in training camp. I thought he had a pretty decent game. Is Vernon Broughton?
Yeah,
I thought he had some good snaps. And I want to see some more of Christian Boyd, bruh. Like,
yeah, please.
It just didn't exist under DA for making one bad play against the Eagles, and then he does that in the preseason game.
That's a big man, bro. That's a big dude.
Big,
that
almost
big,
almost against a safety. Like,
yeah.
The defense just has the ability to be feisty, like legit feisty and annoying.
Like they don't know. Like it could be like they don't know they're not supposed to be good. Like you ain't supposed to be good. They just don't know because they're young and they're just playing hard. You know what I'm saying?
I want to see some good reports from the joint practices. Like I don't want it to be one sided. Like because that would be so bad for the team morale, bro.
Bad, bro.
This is one of the worst. This is one of the most one-sided joint practices I've ever seen in my life. Like I don't need that, bro.
DP, bro. DP.
Don't need it. Don't need it, bro.
Kool-Aid getting smoked. Oh no, I don't want to see that. Banks getting this butt whipped by Verse. Like I don't want that at all, bro. I just want to at least be like nice competitive practice. That's what I want,
Yeah, like if the Rams are clearly the winners, that's fine. But at least
that's fine.
Show up. Can we show up? Can we show up?
Please.
The Dolphins didn't show up today. It was like they just
no.
Anyhow, if you are Patreon or if you're a YouTube member, we will be doing our live stream. We will be live streaming the game of Saints Jags on Sunday. Live streaming it to YouTube. If you are part of our community, you can join the Zoom, be a part of it. It's I'm excited for it because this is my first Zoom because I was actually at the game at SoFi for the first preseason game. So the Zooms, even though it's preseason, are so fun. They're so entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
So that'll be just fun to experience. So patreon.com/Thanks Block Party, or you become a YouTube member at $4.99 a month. Patreon starts at just $1 a month if you want to just be a part of the community and just join in. It's cool. Jake said if you're not part of the Discord, but you're not a part of the Discord, but you're a Patreon or a YouTube member, come join.
Discord be popping all day. All day. Not just
All
football talk. Anything you can think of, we talking about it on that Discord, bro.
Literally anything. So it'll be fun to see how the team responds in game 2 against preseason. See how they respond against the Rams too. It's football. Football is this close from being back, like actually back in terms of the regular season started. So, anyway, we appreciate y'all. We love y'all. We'll be back on Sunday to do our live stream for the preseason game 2, and then we will do our recap on Sunday as well. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. With that, we are out.
Peace.
If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.